Good morning. Literally, I'm gonna post this as soon as I'm done editing it today. So I'm recording at 9:30. You'll probably hear this around 10:30 ish. It's been a crazy 24 hours for me. I'm gonna tell you a story, okay? And the reason why I haven't posted any minis is because Saturdays I usually go touch grass, so I don't really have anything planned for the day. But that wasn't the case on Saturday. I wanted to kind of just let Friday's mini linger a little bit. Some people who would go listen to Idle Talk, kind of expecting a new mini, to just to listen to Friday's one. It's a more serious mini. It's basically a bonus episode, but I'm gonna call it a mini anyway because it's less than 10 minutes. So that's what I kind of have that guideline, as mini is defined as at least 1 minute. But yesterday I was DoorDashing for a little bit, right? Well, when I right after the gym, I went to DoorDash a little bit. Let me get some extra money. So I did that, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to McDonald's because I got the McDonald's Rewards app, and this isn't a plug for McDonald's Rewards, but McDonald's, if you wanted to hit me up and make something happen, I will gladly do it. But I went and all I wanted was a McChicken, a spicy McChicken at that. So not even like a regular McChicken. So I went and I had ordered McDonald's the previous night. I wanted it to be for delivery because, gotta love, And then so me and my boy were craving McDonald's. So I was like, you know what, I'll get McDonald's for us. And then so I got like this Big Mac pack that came with some nuggets and some fries. I got 2 drinks that did not come with the pack. And then I got a McDouble, not McDouble, like a cheeseburger, some bullshit like that. So I eat that on the side because I figured if they make me pick it up, because sometimes they just be like, yo, you have to go pick this up because we can't deliver it for whatever reason. So I was like, just in case. And then 2 apple pies or whatever. And so I go because I eventually do have to go pick it up myself. So I get to the drive-thru and they're like, hey, we're not doing any drive-thru orders. We're only doing delivery. And I was like, bitch, I just tried to get a delivery order. But nonetheless, I was like, no, I did a mobile order. Here's my number. I'm just trying to pick it up. And so I sat in this drive-thru for an hour because how busy they were at night. And it's I didn't want to leave because I had spent $20, right? And if I leave the vicinity, McDonald's is going to think, oh, he got his order, let's take his money out of his account. And so I stayed there the whole time. I was like, I'm getting this money. I'm getting this food no matter what. And so I get back home eventually, and then I'm missing the little cheeseburger I got to eat along the way, and the 2 apple pies and the 2 drinks. I only got 1 drink. So I was like, ain't no point in going back for this shit. And so fast forward to yesterday, I was in the McDonald's like, hey, let me see if I can get a refund or something. So I go in there, so I get my spicy, well, I don't get it, I order my spicy McChicken, and I go through the drive-thru instead of going through curbside pickup. And it just was, for some reason the app wasn't working, and then that McDonald's was being weird. So I was like, all right, I was like, you know what, I'll just go inside if that's cool. And she was like, yeah. Sleepy. Anyway, so I go in and I'm waiting. This girl's handling 17 things in the front, and I'm just chilling. She's like, anybody helped you? I was like, nah, but I'm chilling. No rush. She's like, all right, cool. And then so she's moving, and I'm waiting. And this guy is in there. He's already in there before I even showed up. And then he's just waiting on his meal or whatever. He gets his meal, and he's like, yo, where's my strawberry banana smoothie? And then clearly they're working on it, right? And he gets mad. He starts yelling at this girl. He's calling her a bitch, ugly, poor for working at McDonald's. So he's going hard on her verbally, and she's not paying him no mind. She's trying to mind her business because when shit like that happens, you just mind your business. That sometimes this shit is beneath you and you don't gotta address it. So that's what she was doing. And then so he starts walking towards the back, and I was like, oh shit, this motherfucker's going in the back. I'm like, I've only seen that on Twitter. I've never seen that shit in real life. And so he starts walking towards the back, and then a male coworker comes in. He's like, yo, what are you doing? And then the guy immediately is like, yo, don't get killed for this. And I'm just in my head, I'm like, you want to kill someone over a strawberry banana smoothie? And then before I even finished that train of thought in my head, he's like, yo, I'll shoot this whole place up. I was like, the whole place? I am in here, sir. Okay, the door's on the other side of the restaurant, and there's one behind me, but that's obviously there's McDonald's. Why is there 2 sets of doors to enter McDonald's, huh? You never think about that? So And I was sitting there like, no way, he just said that. And the guy's like, sir, calm down. Like, yo, step back. You can't be back here. Someone's gonna make your shit. Like, and then he points to a strawberry banana smoothie that's on the thing, but it's a small. And he's like, yo, that's mine. He's like, is it yours? He's like, no, I ordered a medium. He's like, so why are you saying it's yours, bro? It's gonna get done, all right? And then so he steps back and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna step back because you show him respect. I'm gonna show you respect. And so what I think was, since he was getting fucking a reaction out of the male coworker, he was like, you know, that bitch should give me attention or whatever. So I feel like he was feeling some type of way that she wasn't responding how he would have liked. So he finally gets his smoothie and he just walks out. And then she's attending me now, and I'm like talking to her and like we're just like chatting or whatever. And then all of a sudden this guy comes back in as soon as she comes back to the front to handle more business in the front, and he dumps the smoothie in her face. Just bam, the side of her face all over her. And then to put icing on the cake, he like throws the cup on the top of her head. He's like, boop. And like, I'm not gonna lie, that last bit kind of sent me weak. I was like, wow, that shit really just hit you in the head, like the cup. And she was like standing there, and then she bolted to the back. And then I was like looking at with the other customers who were kind of inside, just they're trying to get their shit situated. And then so she walks to the back, and the guy that was originally talking to this customer, he's like shocked. He's like, what the fuck just happened? And then all of a sudden, within like 2 seconds, like all the male McDonald's workers run out looking for this guy. And then in that short like amount of time, this motherfucker had to be Batman because he disappeared, bro. I have no idea where he went. I was like still in shock that he threw that like inches away from my face. And I was like, that's crazy. I was like, that's fucked. Like you really just bitched for this fucking smoothie and wasted it. Oh, like for what? Like I don't understand how guys could just be like so hostile towards women. It's like, are you gay? Like, do you not like women? Like, because he was talking real respectful to the male coworker, so you know things aren't adding up for me in that setting. So that happened yesterday, and like that was fucking crazy. As soon as this motherfucker was like, yo, I'm gonna shoot this whole place up, I was like, dude, bro, overall strawberry banana smoothie. And then there was this little Mexican lady and her kid like right next to me, like behind me, adjacent. And then like as soon as he said that, I looked at them, and it kind of reminded me of like when I used to go to McDonald's with my mom. And so I was like, I stepped in front of the kid a little bit, and then in my head I'm like, yo, you only get one. If I get shot once after that, like I'm only taking one bullet. After that, like you're on your own. But that was crazy because like I was talking to my friend Jalen after it. I was like, yo, this guy really said that. And then she'd be like, it's always like the people that say that really mean it. Like they'll like actually do it over some fucking dumb little petty shit. And I was just like, meanwhile, this McDonald's is in the hood. Like, I won't lie, it's in the hood part of Baltimore. But it's also one of the fastest McDonald's you could go to. That's why I go there, and I always get a lot of DoorDash orders when I'm there. So I was like, hey, maybe I'll eat some lunch, and then, you know, maybe I'll get a DoorDash. Maybe I'll do it. You know, I want some extra money. Why not? And it's close to a nice gas station that has pretty decent prices. So I was like, and there's a Dunkin' in that vicinity. So I was like, you know what? There's a lot of things I could do here. You know, but I was like so shocked. I was like, wow, dude, like your whole day was ruined because she didn't fucking react to your nonsense. But yeah, that was yesterday. So, hope you guys had a slightly less crazy weekend than I did. And it's only fucking Sunday, so who knows what the fuck the day has in store for me. But nonetheless, I'll see you guys tomorrow.